So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement6, and as a growing habit, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you who subbed in the last few days, last week. Also a tiny apology for the last week immediately, because I haven't been uploading as much as I want to. Spent the entire week in London for work, so I wasn't really able to push forward with a few things, but I did got the chance to read a few things, got my mind around a few new things that are upcoming in today's gaming world, form opinion about it, and I want to share with you guys. But before we start, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and leave a like and a comment. That's much appreciated, and put on your notifications, of course. What I want to go in today is, the Xbox Series X. From the PlayStation 5, we haven't seen a lot. We did saw a tech demo, of course, which looks awesome. But from the Xbox Series X, the new Xbox One, Series X, Xbox 360, it's pretty hard to pinpoint where these guys got their names from. But it's been revealed, and the design choice is pretty remarkable. There are a lot of things out there, a lot of pictures out there. Some people think this is a trash can or whatever, and one could say yes, but on the other side, it's a pretty daring design choice. On the other side, what you see here, it's an article in The Verge by Sam Byford. The Xbox One X series, or series, I constantly say Xbox One series, it's Xbox Series X is basically a PC. He states, and that's why you'll want one. I doubt it. I do feel that we are getting into the area, or maybe the timing, that consoles are really there to compete with PCs in terms of performance. Notwithstanding that in the 7 years after that, when an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5 is released, maybe an update after a few years, that the gaming PC again is way quicker and better and more powerful than any console out there. On the other side, if it's basically a PC, why wouldn't I just buy a PC? I do like, I have a weak spot for Xbox. It was my first high definition gaming in the Xbox 360 when the PlayStation 3 wasn't out, and I like Gears of War, and I do believe that Microsoft is a bit too busy with how powerful they are, and they are ignoring again that what we all want to see is what games are you going to bring that is going to persuade me to buy one. Because it's fine that you, Microsoft, have an ecosystem that basically tells that you don't need a console to play Xbox games. Then why the hell would I buy an Xbox? What is the unique selling point, the advantage an Xbox Series X has over a PlayStation 5 and over a PC? Because if it's basically a PC, then let's buy a PC that is easily to be upgraded in the next few years by myself. I don't need Microsoft to build a new console that's going to set me back another 600-700 euros, or maybe even more, I don't know, to give me an upgraded version of an Xbox Series X along the way. So let's just dive into a few things, right? For a long time now, Microsoft has been going out of its way to downplay the box part of the Xbox, whether it's pledging to bring all its first-party titles to PC, releasing some of them to platforms like Steam and the Nintendo Switch, launching its Game Pass service for Windows, or pushing xCloud gaming. The message has been clear. You don't have to buy an Xbox to play Xbox games. Well, thank you, Microsoft. So basically you're saying here, why would you buy some shit from us? Because what we have to offer in terms of games, you can play it everywhere without an Xbox. Okay. So I don't need to buy an Xbox, so why are you making the hardware? Stop making hardware and go concentrate on something you seem to have been loose doing. That's building software, because why would I buy the software on your platform? No idea. It's third-party software you're pushing predominantly, so why would I? The business isn't how many consoles you sell. Xbox chief Phil Spencer told The Verge earlier this year. I must say, for somebody who's in charge of a a console department that has lost this year's or this generation's consoles war, then okay, I can see where you're coming from. That you think it's not about consoles. It is about consoles. That's your market share, my friend. And I can see where you're coming from because you want to point it towards the ecosystem you bring. But if the ecosystem is so important for you, then just push PCs. Just build a freaking PC that we can all manually change with CPUs and GPUs, and where we can put things in there as we go along, right? I think it's a pretty strange remark he's making. So, but obviously Microsoft is still plans to make Xboxes. Hurrah. The question is then, is this why would anyone buy one? Is the relevance of dedicated Xbox hardware when Microsoft wants to buy Xbox to be everywhere? I'm not seeing the cutting edge right now. I'm not. It's all about ecosystems and play everywhere and xCloud. Fine. I just want to know what's now the cutting edge. Is the ecosystem so cutting edge? Because I don't give a rat's ass, right? Because I can download and you can do it on your PC as well. Just a remote play app, and you can play your PlayStation 4 games on your PC as well. Here we go. This with last night's surprise reveal, Microsoft answered that question in emphatic fashion. It's a console that looks unique, anything that has been ever released, except, well, a gaming PC. And that's very encouraging. I think it's not. I'm not waiting for a gaming PC, because if it's a gaming PC, I wanted to buy a gaming PC, right? That's what I want to buy. Gadgets at the time, but I think it's a better application of the word than Xbox. It's vertically oriented, virtually featureless Black Lab, while it shares design language with the Xbox One X that only serves to highlight the difference between the two. The Xbox X was designed to be as small as possible, but the Serie X screams power. There we go again. We are now opening up that discussion again. It screams power. Why is everybody so freaking obsessed with power and hardware? We know it. We get it. It's going to be a quantum leap. And you are going to see here below here things about teraflops and 60 frames per second and Zen 2 and RDNA architecture of AMD. I get it. I get it. We are going into a new generation. That's not something to hurrah about. I want to know, Xbox, why should I buy this piece of hardware? Why should I buy this trash can that screams power? Is it because it screams power? Because there is no purpose for having a piece of plastic with power in it just sitting there doing nothing and play third-party games. That's the big issue you got over here. Here we go. The Series X feel like it won't be constrained in any physical dimension. Hurrah. It's resistant compact gaming PCs like the Corsair 1. There you go. It's similar, guys. This is the big issue that the Xbox Series X is going to have. Why would we buy? It's small, powerful, but it's also pricey. Okay, fine, but power costs money, my dear. So okay, but it's got resemblance, but it definitely won't fit in my TV cabinet. Okay, that's just how you're going to put it. Size doesn't guarantee performance, of course. Microsoft stated out this generation with the largest, least powerful console, and now has the smallest, most powerful machine around. From what we've heard about the Series X, though, it's shaping up to be a potent machine, even by PC standards. Again, I don't give a shit, you know. Okay, one could say, I don't want to buy a gaming PC because of the maintenance and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to. You don't. Absolutely not. You can just buy a very strong PC and play within the ecosystem of Microsoft the games on your PC. And yes, you've got some optimizations and advantages. You don't have to care about settings or whatever. But if they so want to be like a PC, then you're wiping out the whole difference between a console and a PC. Okay, that wasn't the case with the Xbox One and PC, both of which were built around low AMD CPUs. Okay, but Microsoft says that the Series X will target 4K 60 frames per second with a Zen 2 RDNA architecture from AMD, leveraging hardware accelerated ray tracing, GDDR6 memory, and NVMe solid state storage. Fantastic! But 99% of the people that buy this stuff, consoles, couldn't care less. They just couldn't care less. This whole screaming of power. If I would be in the boardroom of Microsoft, this would be not the predominant way to sell a console. A console is a piece of hardware that is meant for people who could not care less about what's in there. They want to see games. They want to see that it looks beautiful. And whether that runs on a Zen 2 or AMD CPUs, have ray tracing, there are a tiny bit of people like me that find the technique behind it very interesting. But you don't want to push it from your standpoint and from your reference perspective. You want to push it from the reference perspective of 99% of the consumers. And they want to see games. We have now been spending, how long? 11 minutes. And there isn't one game being mentioned here in terms of lineup. Spencer tells GameSpot that the Series X will offer around 4 times more CPU and twice as much GPU power, okay? Around 12 teraflops, which is there with some of the fastest PC GPU available today. The Series X is a bulky box, but I don't expect there to be much waste inside. But teraflops doesn't mean anything though. No, okay, that's clear. And it's clear that CPU and SSD will be the more transformative leaps in the platform. The name Serie X all but confirms the existence of more next generation hardware from Microsoft. And this is the example we had. We will also have a second next gen Xbox that is cheaper and less powerful. Okay, fine. I think that's where you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. If you're going to offer 2 types of gaming platforms at the same time, 99% is going to go for the cheaper and less powerful. Because why wouldn't you? You know, it's already a quantum leap forward in terms of performance. It looks better. It looks nice. You got a new PC. No, sorry, Xbox. And so there is no reason for people to spend the money. It's just a fraction of people is going to buy it. Most of the One X GPU budget went towards pushing 4K. However, it will only offer minor CPU upgrade. Okay, that is fantastic. And then one, Halo Infinite is confirmed. Okay. In any case, it's clear what Microsoft has done with the Series X. It's built a simple, easy-to-use gaming PC for the living room. The current Xbox One user interface is not what I would describe as intuitive. That's true. I think for sure, the Xbox One of this generation, right? Who has freaking invented the user interface? So if they're going to copy and mirror more of a Windows environment, that will be absolutely ridiculous, but okay, unless you have the highest high-end gaming PC, I would expect the Series X to offer the best experience with the most Xbox games at launch. That is not the case with the Xbox One X, which can't compete with gaming PCs on performance right now. We know that the most powerful console of this generation, whether you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, high-end PCs will knock them right out of the ballpark, for sure. But that's not the reason why people buy a console. But if there's a way to find that head start, it's probably Microsoft's everywhere strategy, where the subscription gets you instant access to a huge gaming ecosystem that can be played across various screens. With the Series, I must say, I would be very, very, very curious to see the figures on how many people that buy an Xbox, whether it's a One or a Series X, I don't give a shit. It's just a general Xbox. How many times or hours or minutes and what games they are playing on other platforms. There should be a way to find that out, right? It's just data analytics. So you buy an Xbox, people can see they're logging in on an Xbox to play via the Xbox, the console. How many of those people of those accounts switching to different platforms, an iPad or a PC or whatever, to play the game? I want to see that because I think my opinion is that it's not that huge. It's not that huge because there is a reason why people buy a console. They want the majority, 99% want to stay in the couch, play games, be entertained. And only the hardcore gamers will log on everywhere, even in the train to play remotely. Maybe I don't know. So I'm very interested in those figures. Our goal has always been the most powerful console we can, and I think we're there. Oh my fucking God. You can copy paste this sentence and have the exact same sentence in maybe 7 to 9 years when the new console is coming out. If there's going to be a new console, they will say our goal has always been to build the most powerful console, and now we have did it again. Huh? We like leading in power and performance, and I feel like we're going to be there again. Quick reminder, Mr. Spencer. Your Xbox One X is the most powerful console currently available. The PS4 Pro is a good and fantastic console, but it uses checkerboarding to come up to 4K resolution. It's not native 4K resolution. It's almost there, but it's not on 4K. The Xbox One X has natively 4K output. Okay? Whether it's on 30 frames per second, fine, but it's native 4K. It's the most powerful console in the world. The reason why it's failing is because you do not like leading in software and exclusive titles. And I feel like you guys are going to be there again. That you have a very powerful box. And that's it. You have a very powerful box. Kudos. The biggest questions around Microsoft's new console are now price and the PS5. After seeing the Series X, I'm no longer wondering why anyone will buy an Xbox. Well, I'm wondering. I am wondering, people. I'm, with all due respect, I am wondering why people want to buy an Xbox Series X. I haven't seen anything in this article that made me persuade to buy an Xbox Series X. I haven't seen anything on the Xbox side or on the Microsoft side that makes me want to buy this machine. There is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why would I buy? What are the games? What is the software? That it's going to be a very powerful machine. It's just kicking in an open door. We're going from one generation to another generation. You know, we've got new CPUs, new GPUs. If they would build the weakest console in the world, I would be amazed. They're going to build a powerful machine, just like PS5, just like Sony. And we can go round for round and clip for clip. Who does better in what area? They're both going to be very powerful consoles. But what has stuck with me is that the PlayStation 5 and Sony has only revealed a very short clip of a game, a new game. And the only thing that Microsoft is slapping me around the head with is a trash can that seems to be very powerful. I don't give a shit. I want to see the software. And guys, you really start to notice that I'm getting a bit agitated about this shit because I wonder what people decide in the boardroom with the console department at Microsoft and how the strategy was. They failed already miserably with the launch of the Xbox One. And I feel they're going to be set up for failure again because it's fine that they're finally there with their powerful console. I want to see them being there with exclusives. So guys, back to you. I'm always wondering what your insights are. Are you going to buy this box just because it's the most powerful one? Or do you want to see those exclusive titles which they are going to offer? Which is going to be groundbreaking for you in your decision? Up until now, I have got no reason to place a pre-order for this machine. There are reasons already better to place a pre-order for a PS5 because we actually saw a game there and how it looks. And that's what I want to hear from you guys. So please let me know. Of course, leave a like, subscribe, notifications, and the whole shebang. But I'm predominantly want to see and to hear from you guys. What do you want to see from the new console generation? And if you're going to buy this one. I will be back later this week with some more insights on Rainbow Six Siege. I want to do, and that's something I've got in my head as an idea, to make a beginner's guide. Holidays are coming up, Christmas is there, a lot of presents, and you will see an increase of people who are going to start playing Rainbow Six Siege. It's the best shooter out there, it stole my heart, and I think I'm going to build a beginner's guide. So for all you guys that you're not going to give up very quickly, because it's an unforgiving game, I can tell you that, but extremely rewarding. For now, I'm going to be back as soon as possible. If I'm not catching you on the channel anytime soon, I wish you all happy holidays for those who just want to share, just want to celebrate holidays, and a Merry, Merry Christmas for those who are going to celebrate Christmas with family and loved ones. It's a very important time of the year, guys. We're all busy people. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy the food, share stories, enjoy presents, and if I catch you in the new year, I wish you already a merry 2020, and I wish you all luck, health, and love, I would say, to be spread. Game on, back to the madness.